So, welcome to your freedom flow practice, and allow yourself to settle in, giving yourself as much support in your seated position as feels supportive and satisfying for you, inviting the pelvis to be propped up onto a pillow and the heart space to be lifted, shoulders to be dropping. And we might even take a moment to look around our space and just have some gratitude for the four walls and the earth beneath us and the roof above us. And eventually we can close our eyes, and I'll bring us into this sacred time and space together with a ring of the gong. So, resting relaxed in our pelvis, we'll begin to take the arms up and out on an in-breath. And exhale, dropping the chin towards the chest as the palms come together as we exhale. We'll repeat that twice more. Inhaling and letting the chin rise up, looking up to the hands as they come together. Exhaling, drawing the chins back towards the chest as the hands come down. One more time. Lifting the head. We're going to press the palms straight away from the body here, reaching through the heels of the hands, palms pressing away. We're going to turn our head slowly as we inhale, looking to the left, and exhale, looking to the right. So we're squeezing the muscles between the shoulder blades, waking up the back, keeping action out through the palms and the heels of the hands, and just gently turning from side to side with the breath. And we'll take the arms overhead. Go ahead and interlace the fingers, roll the palms towards the ceiling, keep stretching through the forearms and the wrists. The thumbs roll forward, the pinkies roll back. And here I'm going to invite you to also access those armpits. Let the armpits get wide open here. Drawing the elbows back, lifting the heart space perhaps just a little bit. Inviting the breath to flow freely, expanding the lungs. And as we focus on this spaciousness in the upper spine, the armpits, and the breath, let the leg bones drop. Relax the groins, relax the hips. And let's just flow now. Right hand dropping to the mat, left arm falling overhead. Inhaling as we come up and over. Exhaling as we fall to the side. Continuing to breathe as we flow. And resting to one side and just allowing that arm to circle, or perhaps even moving the hand forward or back in space. Just allowing for other exploration here through the right shoulder, right arm, right side body. The right knee dropping, the right sit bone heavy. And we'll take it up and over to the other side and do some exploring and playing with the left arm or whatever arm you're working with. And both arms reaching overhead. Take the hands together, touching the palms, the fingertips together, and then let the elbows fall. So we're going to take those hands and just drop the hands behind the back, keeping the elbows up and the upper arm bones towards the ears. And breathing deeply here. Heavy hands. Keeping the elbows lifted, reach for opposite elbows with your hands. Make a little box of your arms. And just a gentle sway from side to side. And coming back up to a neutral position. We'll open the arms and then swing them around to the front for eagle, taking right elbow under left and whatever connection makes sense to you. And then we're going to just twist. So rotating towards the left on the in-breath and around to the right on the out-breath. Elbows at shoulder height, strong connection between them, slowly moving with the breath. And coming back to center, inhaling and sweeping the arms out. Stretch out your wings again, squeeze the shoulder blades together, the palms open to the front here. Let's consider a little Kapalabhati breathing, a little fire breath. Big breath in. Stretch the arms a little wider. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhaling, draw the elbows together, left elbow under right. Inhale, reach the fingertips high. Exhale, sweep the fingertips forward, rounding the spine and allowing those elbows to open up a bit. Inhale, reach the fingertips high, the elbows squeezing. Exhale, reach the fingertips forward, the elbows still squeezing. Exhale, rounding forward and allowing for perhaps an extra breath or two here. When you're ready, releasing the elbows and the wrists to the legs, rolling up slowly. And inviting the heart space to continue to undulate forward. We'll begin some cat-cow motion seated here. Exhaling as the heart space pulls backward. Inhaling as you come forward. Exhaling as you pull back. Just moving like water. And allowing for the whole spine from crown to tail to just simply respond to the movement of the heart. Maybe you'll feel inclined to shift the trajectory and movement of the heart from side to side or into a circular motion. Just allowing here whatever feels just right to you. Breathing deeply and rolling the heart space around. Observing from the inside out how the spine responds. Observing the ebb and flow of the breath. And allowing your body to guide you toward your hands and knees like water flowing over the rocks of the river. Take your time falling and flowing toward hands and knees. In whatever way, shape, or form feels natural to you. No right or wrong. As you find your way onto hands and knees, keep exploring, allowing for even more action in the fingers, even more action in the feet, even more possibilities of movement in the spine. Let's take that left arm to the sky with a big breath in, opening up, keeping the knees grounded, up onto the right fingertips, and taking some extra time to find space across the shoulders, turning the head from hand to hand. On an exhale, scooping under, finding our thread the needle pose, perhaps using a block or pillow under the head. Making sure that we're not crowding the knees with our shoulder. And encouraging that right shoulder over the left. Deep oceanic breathing here. Taking your time. When you're ready, finding the right hand back at the mat, reaching the left arm up again, taking an extra breath to open up. Returning to all fours, let's stretch into a downward facing dog for a few breaths and just allow for some action and access to the ankles, the calves, the Achilles tendons, gentle pedaling through the feet, letting the head fall, stretching through the arms, activating the fingers. Releasing the knees to the mat. Inhaling as you're ready, right arm reaches open. Again, let's take some extra time here. So with the left fingertips at the mat, we're rotating open to the right, allowing for action down through the right knee, perhaps a turn of the head from side to side. And when you're ready, exhaling and scooping that right arm underneath, dropping the right ear, and directing the left shoulder over the right shoulder. Mindful as you work with whatever point of leverage feels satisfying to you, as you invite that left arm to perhaps reach up to the sky or drop behind the back, or maybe the left fingertips stay connected to the earth. Honoring your body wisdom, right ear dropping, right shoulder dropping, breathing deeply here. Continuing to honor your body wisdom. As you're feeling complete, the left hand returns to the mat. The right arm reaches all the way open, and we'll take our time re-extending and stretching the right arm away from the body. Returning to all fours. Here we can find a few more cat-cows and make our way toward camel pose. Finding our way into Ustrasana as you're feeling whatever variation makes sense to you in your body. Maybe you're using a block underneath your fingertips at the sides of your legs. Maybe it feels better to hold to the back of the pelvis, or even bring hands to the heart. Stay active in your legs, rooting them straight down, and fill the heart space with your breath. The chin resting towards the notch at the base of the throat, the back of the neck spacious. Inhaling to come up and over. We'll exhale once again to our downward facing dog. Stretching long into the arms, into the legs, adjusting your hands in a way that feels nice and spacious for your shoulders. Walking the feet towards the hands. Hanging down like a rag doll. Consider any bind here that makes sense to you. Maybe it feels good to wrap the arms around the legs or reach for the feet or even interlace hands behind the back. Continuing to breathe deeply, focusing on the ebb and flow of the breath. When it feels right to you, transition to a flow from a flat back position to a forward fold. Inhaling to extend, exhaling to release. Check in with your feet here. Activate your toes. When it feels right to you, go ahead and roll up through the spine. Keep the knees bent, the arms heavy, and take your time as you come to stand. As you arrive in Tadasana, go ahead and shake it out a little bit. Give yourself a moment to just move around, adjust, and align. All right. So We'll take some of those moon salutations now, and I'll invite you to just move in your own way at your own pace. We've done these moon salutations many times before. Keep it simple. Think about activating into your hands and your feet, really working with the earth, and with that image of water. So there's nothing here to hold. There's no poses that we want to be striking. We want to just kind of flow through the movement here. Inhaling, we're going to reach up to the stars, maybe hooking thumbs, and exhaling, we're flowing forward, interlacing hands behind the back. Inhale, we'll swing back up. Take our gaze and step the right foot back in crescent lunge, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling through the spine, coming to a plank and moving right through some variation of a vinyasa flow, lowering your body and rolling through, and then exhaling to a downward facing dog again. The right foot steps forward, we root down to rise up, and we exhale, interlacing. Inhale, sweeping to stand, and exhale, flowing forward once again. Inhale, arms reaching high, left foot steps back, crescent lunge, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling through the spine forward, exhale, knees bend, elbows bend, serpentine your way through to an upward facing dog, and exhale, pressing back. Left foot stepping forward. Exhale, interlacing. Inhale, reaching tall. One more set, just the breath flowing. Exhale, palms to the heart space, pausing for a few breaths, just observing. Let's keep ourselves in a more flowy arrangement today and step open into goddess. We'll take our goddess flow today. So this invites us into a Tai Chi variation of our standing poses. Think about activating even more strongly into the earth with your feet here. Push down and consider lifting the toes for a moment. Relax the pelvis and the haunches, and allow the inner thighs to wake up. Go ahead and start to flow around to the right foot now, transitioning slowly in the feet so that you arrive in warrior one. Exhale, flowing back open to warrior two. Inhale, reversing the warrior, the tailbone stays heavy. Exhale, right elbow bending, left arm stretches overhead, Utthita Parshvottanasana. Continue to flow, circle that left arm and allow the right leg to lengthen. You may be lifting the torso up a little bit more. We're just getting started. Inhale, come on back up and reverse the warrior. Exhale, draw the elbows back into goddess as you adjust the feet. Inhale, rolling around towards the left now, making those adjustments in the feet, feeling the way that the pelvis shifts. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Inhale, reversing, left arm high, tail heavy. Exhale, bending the elbows, swinging the arm through, and reaching that arm as far away from the right heel as possible. Go ahead and let the arm circle back down across the body and lengthen the left leg, carefully opening to Trikonasana. Inhale, swinging back up, reversing the warrior, the tailbone falls. And once again, elbows bending, adjusting the feet, and sinking into goddess. Here we go again. Inhale, flowing to the right, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, Utthita Parshvottanasana. Inhale, stretching the right leg as the left arm circles, Trikonasana. And inhale, reversing the warrior. Back to goddess, settle in. And take it around to the left. Inhale. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, left elbow bending. Right arm swings through. Reach it a little further. Exhale, swing it on back. Coming to our triangle pose. Inhale, reversing, tailbone dropping. And making our way back to our goddess pose once again. So if you're feeling ready to flow one more round, go for it. If you're ready to rest, find a resting pose that feels right to you. Moving with the breath like water. Landing in our goddess pose, taking just a few more breaths here, sinking in, pushing into the feet, taking those toes up off the floor, hands, palms open, elbows at shoulder height. Allow the corners of the mouth to rise. And stretch the arms and legs wide. Turn the toes forward, parallel feet now. 5-pointed star. Wake up the spine again. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Stretch through the fingers and the palms. Reach to the outside edges of the feet. Lift the inner arches. Lift the inner thighs. Now the smile is happening across your chest. Just another breath or two here. Smiling from the inside out. Exhaling, hands behind the back. Interlace. Draw the shoulders down. Drop the chin towards the chest for a few breaths. Give yourself a moment to release the back of the neck, to release the tops of the shoulders. And we're going to slowly come to a forward fold. Stay active in the legs. Take a flat back position here. Engage the core. Reach the crown of the head forward and draw the shoulders back. Take a few breaths here. And whenever you're ready, soften the knees and release the torso over completely. So we're dropping into our straddle position here and allowing for whatever variation of this pose feels just right to you. The feet are active, and maybe the knees are soft, and maybe we're walking our hands over to one side at a time. Maybe we prefer stillness at the center. Maybe we like bending one knee at a time. Just allow yourself to play a little bit in this straddle position, listening to your body wisdom. Staying mindful of the way that your feet are connecting to the earth, or perhaps even pivoting the toes up off the earth, working with a little pivot onto the heels as you roll into one side or the other. You might even take a prop and drop it underneath the crown of your head to stabilize and hang out there for a few breaths. Breathing deeply here, resting in that oceanic flow. So with our hands at the mat, we're going to rotate around to the right foot, and we're going to bring in a blanket or a pillow so that our left knee can drop to the mat. So stabilizing that left knee, right toes are now to the front edge of the mat. We're going to invite the right knee to bend over the right ankle. And we can just hang out here for a few breaths. Maybe our fingertips are supporting us. Maybe we have blocks under our hands. We're allowing the front of that left hip to open up, the tailbone to fall towards the right heel. And as we do, we keep the heart space lifted and the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe it feels good to hang out here in stillness. Maybe you'd like to flow back and forth a few times. Maybe there's some other variations of the pose that feel more satisfying for you. Just allow. Stabilizing yourself in this lunge, we'll try to bring our hands to our knee and allow for a few breaths here. Perhaps just resting in this position with hands at the knee. Maybe we'll move into drawing the hands behind the back to drop the shoulders. We might even take the arms overhead or even behind the head like we're hanging out in a hammock. Just allow yourself to open up the front of that left hip, actively pressing into both feet here. So the top of the back foot is pressing into the earth. Taking your time, let's make our way around to the other side. We're going to tuck the back toe under. We're going to start to play a little twister, walking our hands around, Pausing at center, perhaps dropping into our forward fold again for a few breaths. And making our way around to the left, slowly adjusting that pillow or blanket beneath the right knee, and allowing for some time to just rest in stillness. The left knee stacked over the left ankle. Perhaps fingers or hands are on blocks. And we can take some time here to flow back and forth in this pose a bit. Give those hips a little bit of time and space to open up. Accessing the hamstring gently in that left leg. And when it feels right to you, stabilizing by activating down into both feet, making sure that left knee is right over the ankle. The hands might come to the front knee first. Press down into the earth with both legs. Maybe there's alternate positions for the arms that you'd like to explore. Breathing deeply across the front of that right hip. Tailbone directed towards the front heel. Equal action in both feet. And when it feels complete for you, transitioning back to a downward facing dog. We'll pedal it out. Shifting weight from heel to heel, head heavy, arm bones lengthening, armpits opening. Releasing the knees to the mat. Let's take one more bit of camel pose here, working with that lift of the heart and the drop of the tail, continuing to stay actively rooted toward the earth with our legs and lifted with the heart. Thinking less about this pose being a back bend and more about it being a spinal extension. Shoulders relaxing, pelvis relaxing, jaw relaxing. On an in-breath, we'll come up and over, and we'll exhale to a supported child pose. So I recommend something across your thighs and something to collect your forehead. You might even enjoy placing a pillow or a folded blanket behind your knees so that there's no strain in the knees and the pelvis can be grounded. Breathing deeply here, dropping the weight of the bones ever more heavily. Observing the ebb and the flow of the breath. Relaxing the forehead, the jaw, the shoulders. Continue to breathe deeply. Consider exhaling through the mouth a few times and just letting out some sound. You might stick out the tongue, taking lion's face. Gently rocking the forehead on your prop, giving that third eye and the eyebrows a little acupressure, a gentle massage. And carefully and mindfully rolling up through the spine, the hands at your mat, pressing against the mat to assist. Let's bring our legs around in front of us now. And I'll encourage you to sit onto a blanket or a pillow to prop the pelvis as you find your seated position. Let's flow in our Paschimottanasana, inhaling as we stretch up and exhaling as we extend forward. Toes high, abdominal wall engaged. Pelvis is just propped enough so that the tailbone can drop backwards as we fall forward. So the pelvis is sitting to the front of your prop, inviting the pelvic bowl to spill forward. Take just a few more breaths here. Maybe you're ready to hold the pose for a few breaths, engaging the core with each exhale. On an in-breath coming up, we're going to bend the right knee and take a little twist towards the right knee, Marichyasana. Turning the head from side to side. Inviting some attention to the neck. Taking just another breath or two here, encouraging that heart space to rise. And we're going to find our counter twist by dropping the right knee open in Janushirasana. You might use a prop under the knee, and then twisting towards the left, the right hand towards the left knee, the left toes remain flexed, and we're encouraging that right shoulder forward and left shoulder back. Might feel satisfying to keep the gaze straight forward towards the left toes. Unwinding slowly. We'll take the arms up, big stretch, exhale, take it forward, Janushirasana, right knee dropping, breathing deeply into the back of the left leg. On an in-breath coming up slowly, we'll bring the sole of the right foot to a flat position. We're going to bend the left knee now. We're going to pause and take a little balance pose, working with Navasana. So hands behind the knees. We might start by leaning back, coming onto our tippy toes, squeezing the knees and the ankles together. And then maybe the feet can come off the floor. Maybe there's some other variation of this balance that works for you. Don't forget to breathe. Give yourself a little hug. Stretch the right leg long. We'll twist to the left, bringing the sole of the left foot away from the body so that the spine can remain neutral and aligned. Breathing here, we can take any variation of a bind that works for you. Encouraging right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, heart space high. Checking in with the neck again. And allowing the left knee to fall open. Adjusting and supporting, taking our twist to the right, left hand towards the right knee. Perhaps it feels happy with the neck to just neutralize it, turning the chin towards the front toes. And when it feels right to you, inhaling arms overhead, exhaling Janushirasana. Right toes flexing strongly, left knee falling open. Inhaling, slowly rising up. And exhaling, we're going to shake out the legs. Let's make our way upside down now. Find an inversion that works for you. You might enjoy working with a prop under the pelvis for a waterfall version of shoulder stand. You may be comfortable moving into a classic shoulder stand. You may be happiest just adjusting and putting your legs up a wall. Whatever feels right to you. Remembering to be aware of that watery nature, even in this inversion. How are you able to find a sense of ease and neutrality in this container? Checking in with the neck, checking in with the face, checking in with whether you need to have action in your feet or not. Working with any natural variations that occur for you, perhaps halasana, or if your pelvis is propped, you might enjoy a straddle. And making your way through the pose, allowing for a slow transition into happy baby. Taking your time getting there, however it feels natural and right to you. Letting the head fall from side to side, taking advantage of gravity and avoiding any unnecessary muscular tension in the body. Allowing for freedom of movement here. Allow the form to be released. Shift from solid to liquid or even gas, and just let the body flow here, moving and exploring how it feels to be happy baby. Tailbone falling, skull falling, shoulders falling. Then transitioning to our windshield wiper, releasing the soles of the feet slowly, adjusting them to the outside edges of the mat, opening the arms like wings and dropping the legs slowly, open as the pelvis rocks and over as it completes to the other side. Opening the knees on the in-breath and then letting the knees fall on the out-breath. Maybe it feels good to continue to flow, nose rotating away from the knees. Maybe it feels good to surrender on one side for a few extra breaths, honoring your body wisdom. Deep oceanic breathing. As the body desires, gather those knees back in towards the chest. Take some time to neutralize the low back, perhaps holding the knees and gently rocking, perhaps even drawing little circles with the knees that translates to a little sacral massage in a circular motion. And we can take ourselves into whatever our favorite supine twist may be. Maybe you like to keep the knees together and just drop them over towards the left. Maybe you like to cross the knees right over left. Maybe you like to bring the right knee in and drop the left leg long before you twist. Just allowing for whatever feels natural and right to you, flowing like water into this final spinal release. Following the map of your breath, stabilizing joints and avoiding strain, and transitioning whenever you're ready. And once again, allowing your body wisdom to guide you into a pose of final surrender, working with whatever arrangement of the bones makes sense to you. Taking time perhaps to put socks back on or bring in a pillow, maybe even something to cover the eyes. Maybe you'll choose to prop your knees and you'll wrap your knees up onto a prop. Taking this little bit of extra care here as we transition into our final pose of Shavasana. Allowing Mother Earth to hold you exactly as you need to be held in this moment, in this breath, in this body. Allowing for this sweet state of spaciousness. Inviting pure potential. remaining focused inward and allowing for a slow and steady reanimation, just observing the breath. Perhaps some subtle movement occurring in fingers and toes. And staying present with the subtleties of the water within as you gather your bones, gently rolling toward one side and slowly returning to a seated position. We can bring our palms together at the heart space and rest the chin towards the chest. Take a few breaths here, just allowing the back of the neck to open once again. And gently lifting the head. May the long time sun shine upon you. May all love surround you. And may the pure light within guide you all the way on. Namaste. Thank you so very much for being here now.